Hey guys, woo. Welcome to JT's Vending Services LLC's YouTube/TikTok channel. Truly appreciate you guys tuning in this evening. Woo. This water feels great. All these pooled noodles. All right, so we're doing a day devotion outside today. It was about 98 degrees out here, but this pool makes it worth it. I hope you guys are having a blessed day. Throw my little hat on. Fuck the sun. Let me bring the camera down a little bit. Let me get set up. All right. So with that being said, guys, please continue to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube/TikTok channel. Here we go. Kind of shielded a little bit. Here we go. So again, this is our day devotional. I'm doing it outside today because it feels amazing. Me and my wife have alone time in the pool, no kids. My son is at his friend's house. My daughter is somewhere at daycare, and we're just having a blast, man. So today, man, I did one of the hardest things I have ever had to do. I'm 40, so you know, as a 40-year-old black male, we have to do colonoscopies and like screenings kind of soon. It just runs historically in our blood that, you know, prostate cancer and things like that affects us earlier. So I went ahead and got myself screened, got myself tested today. Had to fast and do all that stuff. So the test for the most part came back good, no issues. Keep me in your prayers. Like I said, I do it once a year now. It's my first time getting it done, and I know for most men like me, mentally, like, dude, I don't want nobody up my butt. And then I go, Lord, let me put my pride to the side so your will can be done in my life. And putting my pride to the side so that man can jam his hand up my butt to check for any cancer or any polyps or anything else, man, and put the camera up, that just doing that with the strength, knowing that I'm doing this for my family, I'm doing this for my wife and my kids. I want to be here, and I don't want to die from something or put them through something that I could have prevented by putting my pride to the side. So anyway, with that being said, like I said, keep me in your prayers, guys. Let's jump into this outstanding day devotional. Today is June 9th, 2026. It's a Tuesday, and it's a beautiful Tuesday, man. So I thank the Lord. We always say, Baruch Ateh Adonai. Blessed are you, Lord, for allowing us to see another day. So I hope my sprinkler is not too loud, but I'm going to try to get to this daily devotion pretty quick so I can get back to swimming around, man. It feels great. No kids, nobody bothering me, essentially. So this day devotional is entitled, Let God Avenge You. And the king said, Is there not still anyone of the house of Saul, that I may show the kindness of God to him? 2 Solomon chapter 9 verse 3. When God's spirit departed from Saul, King Saul, Israel's first king hunted his replacement, which was King David. He hunted King David for a long time. Just hunted him just so he can kill him. That's it. Solely so he can kill him, so he won't be king. But you can go back and check that out for yourself. So the young shepherd who had played peaceful harmonies to lull his troubled soul, King David played music for King Saul when he was troubled and going through his situation, and helped like put him at ease. But David lived on the run for years, refusing to fight back against God's anointed, even when presented with ideal opportunity to end Saul's life. I mean, he chased David into a cave, he chased him everywhere. David not only passed up taking revenge, but after Saul died in battle, he sought out his remaining descendants to see if he could do them any good. One of those for me, two of those for me, two of those for me. A soda? Yeah. Okay. When I get through this day devotion, I'll popsicles? 2 popsicles with no kids. Daddy, let me have some. Daddy, let me have some. Anyway, let me finish this day devotion so I can get to my popsicles and get some sodas out of the vending machine. So, In David's day, mercy was seen as weakness. To refuse to return a slight to your honor tainted you in the eyes of most as unreliable. The whole turning the other cheek thing would have been ridiculous to them as wearing a clown nose to meet your future in-laws for the first time. In our modern times, like putting on a clown nose to meet people that you've never met before. That's how ridiculous it would have been. David demonstrated that the higher virtue lies in being able to avenge yourself, but refusing to do so. So, not being petty, not going after revenge, but understanding that revenge is mine, said the Lord. Let God fight your battles. If you go after it, it drags you down in that same kind of pit and mindset because you're doing your best. And oftentimes we hurt ourselves trying to get back at other people. That's typically how it goes. So it takes faith to refrain and a belief that when God says vengeance belongs to him, Proverbs chapter 25, verse 21 through 22, and then again in Romans chapter 12, verse 19, he meant what he said. God meant what he said. Not only will he hold you accountable, hold us accountable for all that we've said and done, he'll also do the same to everyone else. Have the faith to let God work. Our quote today comes from Thomas Milton. He says, a revengeful spirit is contrary to our heavenly calling. So for further consideration down the line, moments when you get to yourself, think about this. Why does humanity so often choose revenge as its first option? So I typically don't. For the most part, I don't, but sometimes I do. And then it takes me a second to kind of like, why? Why am I doing this? Why? I don't want to put this kind of energy. I don't want to hurt my family and loved ones because I'm mad because someone. And I have to a lot of times talk myself through it, like, and let it go. Sometimes I do, sometimes I win, sometimes I lose. But ultimately, I try to trust God into working in my life. So for a practical application of what I just talked about, the next time you have an opportunity to get back at someone, practice letting go of your anger. Pray for the strength to refuse retaliation and actively choose not to strike back. That was essentially my main lesson when I was going through my custody battle. Choosing not to strike back, choosing not to go after my son's mother, because for the first half of that, I did. I went after her trying to justify what I was doing, why I was doing it, and it was wrong. And I knew it was wrong, but I still continued to try to do it. But when I yielded my life to Christ and I'm like, Lord, I'm done, I surrender, I cannot do this by myself. When I got John out the way, everything lined up perfectly. So just trying not refusing to strike back when you know you can. Having mercy. So our prayer tonight ends with, I'm grateful, Lord, that it's not my job to extract justice on anyone. Help me to never take this grave responsibility into my own hands. May God add a blessing to the hearers and doers of his word. We're finna eat popsicles, and I'm finna bother my wife a little bit. We're finna float and swim around and stay cool. Hope you guys stay cool this summer with this little so-called beginning of our heat wave here in Memphis. We truly love you guys. Please continue to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit that thanks thumbs up and donate whatever God's put on your heart. I love you. Have a blessed night. Be safe.